Ladies and gentlemen, this is a fun tribute to that dear old stargazer, Patrick Moore. Now, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is not Patrick Moore, but I am going to give you a brief lecture on the sky at night. But before I do so, I must just tell you that recently I've been to the dentist and had a brand new denture made. And the dentist told me that although it won't get me to Mars, it will certainly help me to chew better. Now, the subject of this lecture this evening is how I spent last Christmas on Mars, a rather fascinating experience. You see, on Mars we have this pub called the Rising Sun. In the Rising Sun there is a delightful bar which is called the Mars Bar. Now, the seating arrangements in the Mars Bar are rather unique. You see, we have these things, and if you turn them up one way you can get rather large volume of liquid into them. If you turn them up the other way you can sit on them. And I call them Saturns. Now, the women that work in the Mars Bar are all Jewish, except for one, and she's Scottish. And do you know what they say? We're all Jew but her. Now, over in the far left-hand corner, there is a jukebox which plays all the latest Neptunes. And of course, we do have toilet facilities there, and these are called Uranus. Now, I've got nothing much to say on the moon, but that doesn't really matter because I'm not going there anyway. But you know, I've recently heard that the Americans are intending to build a clock asylum on the moon. Yes, a clock asylum. And when it's finished, it's going to be filled with lunatics. Now, on Mars, we don't play football because that just wouldn't be cricket. But we do play badminton. And if you enjoy a good game of badminton, be sure to bring your own space shuttles with you. Also, you know, when we're on Mars, we don't get drunk, we get absolutely Pluto. And this can be rather fun. You see, the gravitational pull on Mars is about 1/6 of that which is on Earth. So when you do get absolutely Pluto and fall over, you go through a completely 100-degree axis onto your back repeatedly, rather like one of those rounded bottom dolls that just won't fall over. We also have a delightful swimming pool on Mars. It's completely circular, and when you look into it, it's just like looking into the sky at night, finished in dark blue mosaic tiles with white mosaic tiles denoting the various stars of the western hemisphere of the universe. So when you're actually in the water, it is just like floating in outer space. Now, if you fancy a trip to Mars, you can book your tickets now, and of course you will be travelling club class. This means you will be at the front end of the spacecraft, which does tend to get rather warm, and I've nicknamed it the oven. And at lunchtimes we serve buttered buns there. So if your wife or girlfriend is pregnant, you can fly the bag in the club with a bun in the oven. And of course, don't forget to obtain your re-entry visas, otherwise you're likely to get your eyebrows burnt off. Now, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for listening, and a very good night to you all.